Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Pooja Rai and I'm a second year MBA student. I'm going to give you a small presentation on purchase management, and the subject out of which this topic has been chosen is called as materials management. So let's begin. Let's begin with the topic for the day, that is, what is purchase management? Purchase management is a function of material in a company. Their basic function is to procure the input for the production, very well understood. This includes a purchase of goods, services, etc. So purchase is a very important function of supply chain management. It's a very important and critical, you can say, as a very key function of supply chain management. It is also called as a support function to business. It is considered as one of the strongest pillar of business. Business as in your sales and marketing. Let's discuss some importance of purchase management. Purchase management is considered to be a very important function of material management in any company. The purchase decisions limit to a large portion of financial resource of the company. Purchase is said to be highly important. So the meaning of this statement is that material management is very important, and something related to finance and all. So out of which the purchase department or the purchase or a sourcing department is very critical, since it is related to the all procurement of the items. So it is all mainly related to the financial thing. So that's why the name is given as a very key function or an important function of supply chain. So here you deal with suppliers and the vendors. You represent the company's reputation in the outside world. For example, if someone comes to, if a vendor or a supplier comes to see a purchase manager in the company, that purchase manager is representing the entire company. All right, so you are representing your company's reputation in front of vendors and suppliers. All right, so negotiate and finalize the deal worth of lots of money of the company. Either integrity is the most or the utmost importance of for the organization. So here you negotiate with the suppliers, you make a deal with the suppliers, you get the material. So what is the most important thing over there? Since this department is mainly related to the financial part of the financial part, so the integrity is the most important thing over here. So a purchase manager has to be the person has to be with high integrity. So this is, in that way it is connected. So when money comes into the picture, then integrity automatically comes into the picture. All right, so let's move ahead. There are few goals of purchasing, objectives or goals of purchasing. That is, you have to get a right material at the right part, at the right price. The quantity and the quality has to be right. The place as in, you have to get the material to this warehouse, you have to get this material to that factory. So the place has to be decided properly. Then you have to choose a right source. The vendor or the supplier has to be right to get the right material. All right, so and the right time. For example, if I want the material to, I expect that material to come in the coming week, because I have a agency and I can see that my stock is going out of the my stock is moving to a lower end. So I'll be requiring this particular item in this coming week. And if I don't get it on time, and if I get it in the next week or after 10 days, then that material is of no use to me, because I have already lost the sale. All right, so right time is equally important. Right terms of contract is very much important. Right terms of contract means what? As you can see on the slide, I have mentioned terms of contract means when you make a purchase order, it's a legal document which is signed and given to the supplier. So it includes the payment terms. All right, it includes the terms and conditions of the buying and purchase, buying or purchasing. All right, so it contains the Incoterms, it contains the payment terms. So all these things has to be mentioned correctly in the PO, because it is a legal document for you now. All right, and payment terms, as in you are going to pay the vendor after 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. That depends on the company's payment terms. And where what will be the Incoterms, whether you're going to pick it up from the factory of the supplier, or he's going to supply it to your warehouse or the factory. So those are the terms which you have to mention on the contract. All right, I'll move it here so that you can see it properly. As you can see on the slide, this is the procurement cycle. Here it starts with the need of identify the need of the purchase. It starts with identifying the need of the purchase. Then a purchase requisition comes to you. Purchase requisition means the end user will raise the request or the indent. All right, and that indent goes to the head of the department of that particular end user. It has to be approved by them. After that, it comes to you and you raise the purchase order out of it. Once the purchase order is done, then it is shared to the supplier, and he's going to send the goods to you. You will receive the goods, okay, goods, services, whatever, you will receive it, and along with the material, you will get the invoice. All right, invoice that you have to match with exact purchase order, what you have ordered and what you have got, and along with that you will get the this payment copy as well. That is called invoice copy, and that has to be submitted to the finance for the payment purpose. So here your work gets completed. All right, this is a basic procurement cycle or purchasing cycle or sourcing cycle or buying cycle. Different nomenclature of purchase. Next is, what is purchase system? So let's discuss the steps of the purchase systems. It starts with pre-purchase system, as in you will get the requisition. Requisition can be of many types, as in it is a new one, it's a standard requisition, is a traveling requisition, or you are getting a bill of material. That depends on the requirement of the end user. All right, then your ordering system. You have to place the order. Once everything, all confirmed data or the specification comes to you, then you have to place the order in the system. After that, you send it to the supplier, and then the post purchase system process starts over here. You start following up for that material. All right, after that you receive the material, you check the invoice, what you have received, you have to match it with the PO copy, and then you have to make payment to the supplier. So this is the steps, these are the steps which we follow from requisition to payment of the supplier. So this is the main, it's a process, or you can say a system, integrates the system which every purchase department follows. Okay, so purchase department also follows a special purchasing systems, that is forward buying. One of them is forward buying, tender buying, blanket orders, zero stock, and reciprocatory. So what is the meaning of forward buying? Forward buying means, for example, if I want to buy a material, for example, I'll take an example of my company. I want to buy a material called as chemical A, and I know that the price of chemical A in 2021 first quarter, that is Jan, Feb and March, the price is going to increase. I am sitting in October, and I think that I came to know that I have a better pricing in this quarter, that is October, November, December, better price, and the price is going to increase in the first quarter of 2021. So it's better to capture that bracket, and you order the material in advance. All right, to take the price advantage or to take the price benefit. So what I have done, I have taken the I have taken the forecast from the business, and once the business forecast comes from the business, then what I have to do, I have to plan accordingly. I have to plan accordingly what exact extra quantity that I'm ordering for to cover those 3 months, that is the first quarter of 2021. All right, so in this way, sitting in October, November and December, I have captured the quantities which is required in Jan, Feb and March in the year 2021. So I have taken the price advantage and price benefits. That is called as forward buying. All right, tender buying means it is of two types. It can be public and or private. So public, all the public companies, they submit their tenders, and the contract goes to the lower one. After doing a proper analysis and all, the contract goes to the lower one. In case of private, what happens, all private good firms, like reputed firms, they come into the picture. They do the bidding part over there, and once the bidding is done, then one of the company is selected and the contract is given to that private firm. That is called as tender buying. Blanket orders means I give a open purchase order to the supplier, which is for complete 1 year, you can say, or you can say for 6 months. Here the price of the material doesn't change. You just change that. You doesn't change anything actually. You mention the date of delivery in that open order. All right. So open order is given to the supplier. He's going to supply the material when you ask him to supply. All right, so the date is given that I am sitting in December right now, and I want that material to come in Jan. I want 2,000 to come in Jan, 3,000 to come in Feb, and 2,000 again in March, and so on. So one open order is given, and the price remains same for all the months. All right, and the supply will be done accordingly month-wise, and that is called as a blanket order. Zero stock, as in zero stock means the supplier is going to keep your stock. The buyer doesn't keep any stock over here. All right, so if I say that I have got this requirement and the RM, the raw material is ready with the supplier will immediately make that finished good for you and he'll supply it. So you are not keeping any stock over here, the stock is with the supplier. So that is the meaning of zero stock. So zero stock means zero stock at your end, at the end of buyer. All right, reciprocatory. Here you actually in order to take some advantages, you convert your customer to the convert your customer into a supplier. All right, so this is sometimes beneficial to you both, but this doesn't help in a long term purchasing system, as in you cannot make so many deals, you cannot make so many conditions, you cannot put in so many conditions in front of your customer who is acting your supplier. So I don't completely agree with this kind of purchasing system, but this can be done sometimes. This is an unusual case. So that's all from my side. This is what I thought of discussing with you guys. Thank you so much for listening.